So, this one time I went to a flea market, I bought this Trackmaster Thomas. Now, when I bought him, I originally intended on using him for Stella. But seeing how good in condition he is, not only that, if I use him for Stella, it will go against my personal code of using pre-existing toys for customs, which is I only customize toys or models if they're damaged or heavily used. And this one, well, there are a few nooks here and there but other than that, this is in near perfect condition. So instead of using this Thomas, I'm gonna use my other Thomas right here. Now a quick backstory to this Thomas. This Thomas, I bought him at a thrift store farther away from me. He came in a bag with Spencer and Lady, which she's over there behind Bluebell. Anyway. And I like this Thomas. But now it's about time I do something with this Thomas. And besides, this is perfect for custom since his sticker, well, one of his stickers being held up by tape, actually. Don't know what that tape was there for anyway. Oh, part because I had like a makeshift sticker on the back was just copy paper, just with a poorly drawn light. Yeah, this model will be perfect for Stella. Now he does work, but of course he needs some lubrication before I can turn him to Stella, which that's what we're gonna do right now. Oh yeah, I also have the other supplies to turn him into Stella. Minis for the front end. Well, I don't need one of them. Actually, I'm gonna use Millie since I don't really like this mini. Gonna use these wheels for her front and rear truck. I have a window open since my room is getting warm. And I got milk pot. And also, I got this stack. Now, if you remember my Bubble and Go and Whistle Thomas video, you'll probably know, or guess, that the funnel came from this. Yeah, this is my childhood Thomas. Remember, I bought another Thomas. Man, I should buy more Bubble and Go Thomases for future customs and whatnot. But, yeah. So, yeah, my childhood Thomas is now gone. Oh, well. Right, so enough stalling. Let's get with custom making. Okay, so I tried lubricating the motor with a lot of... Oh, my lube! That's not wrong, right? Using my model train lubes. But that's the only lubrication I have, and it works wonders. But, that still sounds grimy. Another thing that might be causing a grinding noise is probably because of the main pinion gear, if that's what it's called. Well, basically the gear that's attached to the motor. But because what I've seen from Custom Trackmaster, if that's gear cracked, that's probably causing this loud grinding noise. So I tried super gluing it, and it's probably not dry yet, but it's still making a grind noise. But at least it's going at decent speed. Well, of course the wheel. Hey, the axle is kind of bent, but I think. But hey, at least you still have strength behind it. Right. Time to modify the body shell. Okay, I wanted to take out the coil load off of this Thomas shell just to have another coil load for no apparent reason, just to have it, but I'm struggling to get it off, so I'll just model Stella's water tank on top of the coil load. water water tank. No, that's her. This would be her oil bunker. Yeah. So let's go through all the parts I made. So these parts right here are her lamps. These right here are her pistons. There's her funnel. There's her front coupling, which this is inspired by a train, but this fell over here. And also, here's Stella's chassis. There are the mini wheels. The pistons will be sandwiched between this wheel and that wheel, but hopefully she'll have. Hopefully there'll be enough clearance for the side rod. Also, I cut her rear buffers off since Stella canonically does not have rear buffers. I just like to say canonically since I just made a Stella model in the style of Enzo's. I like to call him Red. Red's universe game, whatever. And anyway, so here's Stella. Well, of course this is all Stella, but here's her main body, the domes, and the back. Yeah, this looks all crummy and shit, but I promise you this will look slightly better once I sand all this down. And also, I couldn't find, I don't know what else to make the domes out of, so I just did that. Yes, it's simple, and I somehow accidentally made the two domes, these two domes, bigger than the middle dome, but oh well. Oh yeah, didn't I just make a bell? Nah, I'll make a new one. But yeah, so I just have all the parts here to dry. That way I can sand them and paint them down. That way I can sand them and paint them. And yeah. Oh yeah, also I better put it on the face. Kind of make it different than Thomas. And that's all. Right. Now let's go on. Now I'm gonna go on and do something else. Okay, I'm gonna just go through what the stuff I did so far. So basically, at the moment, I just sanded down the rear buffer beam of Stella. So it's not really a buffer beam; it's just the rear end. Right now, I put some super glue on top of her oil bunker. That way, I have another layer to sand out to try and make her flat. Since if you look closely, yeah, it doesn't really look that flat. Yeah, you can already tell I already took the chassis apart. I'm thinking of taking this outside and spray paint it, right, like very soon. Actually, right now. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. Penis. Yes, I know the finish is a bit rough due to the sticker residue. But I'm not really bothered by that since the sticker is gonna cover that area over, and won't be the point of wasting your time on a part of the model where it will just be covered by the sticker. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna spray paint this blue, and I'm gonna check over these parts to see if I need to do any other things before I spray some more paint on them. Okay, so I somehow managed to lose the original body shell, but luckily I have this spare. Here's his paint splatter Thomas. If you're wondering what I did with his face, well, if I just basically put in my parts of other, I think I did put it in here. I hope I did. I would hate to lose that face. I hate it. Yeah, he's right here. I'm just waiting for the day I get another Thomas or a Thomas shell. That way I can replace the face of that with this, and then I have an alternative facial expression like my I should like my that Thomas shell that's upside down. Anyway, and so yeah, luckily I have this shell, and time to modify it again, and hopefully this time I'm gonna spray paint it. Actually, this might be a second chance at spray painting that, because the original body shell, I don't think it'll look that bad, that nice after I spray painted like 4 or 5. Oh, I'm gonna just get back to work. So I got some American sticky tack and put it on the stick, and I put Stella's new body shell on the stick to, instead of just spray painting it from the top, I could just turn it around and spray paint all over the place. Oh yeah, the rear lamp broke off, so I might as well just make a third one instead of just looking for it, because if you look closely, rocks. Yeah, I don't want to waste my time trying to look for a new lamp, the original lamp, when I could just make a new one. That's probably better than the first and second one. Right, I'm gonna go outside and spray paint. Okay, so I just realized where I left the original body shell. Somehow I left it on top of Snowman's truck. Well, my Pixar car Snowman. And I somehow did not notice until my friend mentioned it again. I think I might just use the original body shell, because if I don't think the paint is reacting well to, hold on, let me just take it inside. Actually, I think I might have 2 body shells of Stella, just in case some freak accident happens and the other shell breaks. Or I don't know. Either way, I'm just gonna continue using the old body shell. If I, since I found it, and I might as well just use it again. Get in there, and there we go. Actually, I don't know. Let me just unmask this and see how it turns out. Okay, now looking over this, I think I might continue using the original body shell. Just that I'm gonna redo the domes. Well, repaint the domes and kind of fix them up. And then I'll continue on, because the problem with the original body shell that the original with the original body, the problem with the original body shell is that, well, the domes, thanks to the masking tape, kind of ripped a bit of the paint off. Not only that, the original dome that came with the Thomas shell, I somehow made the new domes taller and bigger than the original dome. So I'm gonna just mix up a bit of milliput, put on top of the dome, and yeah, make it taller. Just like to note, I don't think I pointed this out earlier, but the problem with this Thomas, well, used to be Thomas, but now Stella, one of the wheels is kind of, the axle is kind of bent, if I can. Yeah, so yeah, she kind of have a wobble when she moves, but she will. She's very lively. Oh, oh no, she's Stella.
Yeah, Stella does have a wobble to her since one of her wheels is bent. But the axle is bent on one side, or the wheel must have been uh, bent. I don't know, but she has a wobble to her. But yeah, she going.